Okay, so in this video, we are going to use GeoGebra to create an angle. We're going to use a slider tool, and it's going to control the angle. Notice I open up my browser. The first thing I want to do is go to geogebra.org. Okay, and up in the top right-hand corner where it says sign in, you're going to choose Google and choose your NVNet email address. Once you see your icon there, you know you are logged in. You will have the ability to save your stuff right in the web. This way you don't lose your work. If we click on this waffle, we're going to go down to GeoGebra Classic. When this opens, choose Geometry. When you choose Geometry, it gives you a blank drawing space to work with. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to throw a slider tool into here. After I click on the menu bar and choose slider, I can click anywhere in my drawing space, and it's going to ask me for some information. We want an integer as our option. When we choose integer, we see that it starts at n equals 1. We're going to change the minimum to start at 0, and we're going to ask that it goes up to 180, and it will increment by 1, and we hit OK. So now, after you create something, you should always hit the escape button on your keyboard so you don't create extra figures that you don't want. Now that I hit escape, you can see that the arrow tool is defaulted as what's selected. That lets me drag and see how my slider tool is working. Great. We're going to connect this to an angle. Next, we come up to our toolbar where the angle is. We click angle. We're going to choose angle with a given measure. And once I click that, I'm going to click two places in my drawing space, and this window comes up, this dialog box. So we're going to leave the degree symbol there. We don't want to take that away. So I'm going to use my arrow key on my keyboard to move to the left side, and I'm going to hit delete to clear out 45. What I am going to put there is the letter N, because what's the name of my slider up here? My slider is N. So I'm going to let N control the angle, and I click OK. Now, hit escape again. Anytime we finish constructing something, hit escape. I can drag my slider, and I see these points moving. Great. I can drag the different labels for each item to move them around. And I see this label for the angle here. I don't want that to be visible. I'm controlling my angle measure by the slider tool. I don't need the second one. So I'm going to two-finger click on the green area and show label. See how it says show label with a check mark? We're going to take that check mark away. The label's gone. Now I want to put the sides to my angle in here. So I'm going to come up to the line bar. I'm going to choose vector. Start at the vertex, go in the direction of your point. Start at the vertex, go in the direction of your point. We have the sides of our angle here. And after you construct something, you hit escape so that the arrow tool is defaulted. The last thing I want to do is change the name of this point. I have A and A prime. I'm going to two-finger click on the point. I'm going to go to rename and delete this out and call it capital C. Hit OK. Now, when I move this, I see I have an angle that goes from 0 to 180 degrees. Great. Now that our angle is constructed and we can control it with the slider tool, we're going to choose on our toolbar 1, 2, 3, 4, the fourth button from the left, go down to angle bisector, and we're going to click on the points A, B, C, and we see that it bisects the angle. Now, I don't want this line going through the whole plane, so I'm going to go to my point tool. I'm going to say point. Let's put the point on the angle bisector. Hit escape so I don't construct any more points. Now we're going to do a two-finger click on the angle bisector and take it away. So I'm going to undo that just to show that again. Here's the angle bisector. Use two fingers on your trackpad and click on it. See how it says show object? We're going to not show the object, and now it's gone. Go back to our third button from the left, choose vector, start at the vertex and go to D. Hit escape so I don't draw another vertex. I want to change the color of my bisector. So I'm going to highlight it, And all the way on the right, this is the graphics menu. I can now change the color of my bisector to red. I'll hit escape now to um, stop changing colors or properties of things. Here is my angle with the bisector. As I move the angle, notice the bisector stays in between them. And now we can measure each of the smaller angles. So we're going to choose angle, the first option. We're going to click on D, B, C, hit escape. I'm going to move this measurement to the left-hand side. I'm going to change the color of this angle. Again, select the angle, select the graphics bar, and we're going to change the color to blue. And now I'm going to create another angle measurement. So hit the angle toolbar up here, and we're going to go A, B, D. Hit escape so I don't draw anything else. We're going to click on the right angle here, and we're going to change this color to red. Hit escape. And now we can see that as we move this, the two angles have equal measure. 62 plus 62 equals 124. 124 is the whole angle. So we've created an angle tool connected to a slider. When I go to 180 degrees, we see that the two angles are 90 degrees each, the two smaller ones, but we have that circle in the background saying that the whole angle is 180. So once you've completed all of this, come to these three bars in the top right-hand corner, click on it, choose File, then Save, and we're going to name this Angle Bisector dash your name. So I put Mr. Hudak, I hit Save. So after you've completed it and you've saved the file, you go back to the menu, you go to File, Share. It gives you a share link, you hit Copy. You're going to go into Gmail, send me an email, paste that link in there, and this way I can come into your worksheet and see that you've constructed it properly, and I can play with your worksheet once you send me that link, and I'll grade you based on that. Okay, so that's your assignment, learning to use GeoGebra. Save it, make sure you log in with your NVNet Gmail account, generate a link, send that link to me in an email, then I can check that you've done this correctly, and you'll be graded based on a correct construction in GeoGebra.